What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel for a quick video on the easiest and the best way to get set up on Discord if you want to play online, just in general, with me or with anyone else on GSPro. A lot of people out there use Discord. It seems to be an awesome service and the best way to do it. So I will preface this by saying I'm going to go through kind of a high level of what you need to do to be able to kind of play online with audio and video, be able to hear people while you're playing online with someone. If you are not already set up with your computer, if you don't do any streaming or recording videos, the easiest way will probably be just put your phone on a tripod behind you and get a set of wireless earbuds. A lot of people have AirPods. I have earbuds right here. I have one in my ear. The easiest way to do it if you don't want to go through this, although it's not the best. It doesn't look the best and it doesn't sound the best, but it is doable if you want to just set something up quick. There's been people that do it in the past that seem to work all right, but you would just set your phone up on the tripod behind you with one earbud in so you can hear what other people are saying and we can hear you with the mic built in and play online. That'll work, but it's not the best. The steps I'm going to show you here, a lot of those follow over if you're just going to use your phone. So basically you just join the audio room like a video call or a Zoom call. But in terms of this video, it's going to be kind of high level. Shout out to Triple Threat for the idea. He was asking if there was any kind of how-to tutorial videos of how to get set up on Discord. But you should be seeing my server here, the Hosel Golf Discord server. There's a link down below if you want to join it. We've got a great group of guys in here that go back and forth. We've got all kinds of different channels that you can scroll through and see a bunch of different stuff going on. But basically, it's not really about overall Discord, it's about playing online. But these are just forums and kind of threads for people to ask questions, have discussions, go back and forth. A lot of jokes, really, really fun. But for the purposes of this video, if you're going to be playing online, what you want to do is scroll down. I have a bunch of different channels here. Some of them are locked. I don't know if you guys can see those on your end, just for people that are pertinent to be in it. Same thing with these voice channels. But for example, the first couple here, General, Hangout, GSPro, GSPro 2, 3, Livestream, those are all public, meaning anyone in the server can jump in those and use those at any time, whether you want to do a regular voice call or share your video, share your screen, you can do anything. Just for the purpose of this, so no one pops in, I think I'll go into me and Big Dog Scramble. So what you want to do is ideally have a dedicated microphone. So I have one here, the same mic that I always have. That's how you guys are hearing me. If you're set up for streaming, you're going to already have all this stuff. So if you've recorded any of your GSPro rounds or you've streamed anything, you're familiar with this. We did cornbread plate for the first time the other day, and I think it went pretty easy. And I've explained these steps probably a couple dozen times to different people, so it's probably a good idea to have this documented. But what you want for the best case scenario, for the best experience for people you're playing with someone so you can hear them, they can hear you, they can see you good, all that stuff. That's what I'm going to go over. So you want a dedicated mic. A lot of people love the Hollylands. They're about $100. They have magnets. They clip on. If you're not quite sure if you want to do the whole streaming thing, you're not going to be playing much online, you can literally get wireless mics on Amazon for like $10. I would recommend a 2-pack that come with a charging case. So I have one here that there's 2 mics in it. I don't know if you can see this. 2 mics. There's always one in there, unless you're playing with 2 people, which rarely happens. There's already one in there. It's always fully charged. You just charge the case. It's ready to go. You can get them for 10 or 15 bucks. So do that. After that, what I think works the best is I have, like I mentioned, a wireless earbud in my ear. So I have the audio going through my mic to other people, and then whatever they're saying is going into my ear. The problem is if you use a speaker, there's people that do it successfully. The problem is if you have it going through your projector and your mic picks up the audio too good, there's going to be audio echo and feedback. So as soon as someone talks, your mic's going to pick up on it, and it's going to keep being a feedback loop between. So in my opinion, the best way to do it is just put one earbud in your ear. It may take a little bit getting used to. I believe Danko said he didn't love playing with stuff in his ears, so he got one of those one over-ear earbuds, wireless earbuds that kind of go around your ear, so you don't have to worry about it falling out. But this is the best way to do it, in my opinion. So basically, any of these, you can try this on your phone or your computer. All you do is you literally just join these. So we'll go into me and Big Dog Scramble Room. So down here now, it says I was connected. This is still on the main. You can scroll through any of these. These are still on like the main threads, it doesn't bring you over. But down here, now if I click on, it says I'm connected with voice, Big Dog Scramble. So now we're in the room. So this is the voice call. Right now, if there was someone else in here, I'm not sharing my video, so they're only hearing me. And the mic, like I said, is going through my dedicated clip-on mic, and no one's talking, but it would be going through my ear. I will note, this is only for just playing online. I'm going to do a separate video if you want to grab other people's videos and basically stream while you're on Discord. If you need to do that, I have a second camera. The easiest way to do it is have two cameras because basically the high level of it is you need to have a dedicated camera only for OBS if you use that, and then you need to have a dedicated camera only for Discord. So you can't use the same camera for both. Either the camera source has to be used for one or the other. We're kind of getting into the weeds, but I'll go over that in a future video. So what you want to do, down here at the bottom, you have options to mute, turn the camera on, turn it off. I have a camera over here that is going to be used for that. We'll get into that in a second. It's just pointed at the wall. But the main thing that I want to show people is if you go into settings, so user settings down here, there's a couple ways to get into it, but this is the easiest way to do it. User settings, the little gear thing down here on the bottom left. Now, yours may default to a different one, like account up here. The main one we're looking for is kind of in the middle under app settings, voice and video right here. So, unfortunately, if you're using your phone, you don't have the option to change the input and the output. It's going to be all one, so it's all going to go through an earbud or just a speaker on your phone. That's why the desktop version here of Discord is nice. I didn't mention that at the beginning, but I guess step one would be download Discord for your actual desktop. Apologies for that, but this is the main thing I want to show people. So audio input and output, I kind of talked about this, but what you want is if you have a mic, have the audio input, so meaning whatever I'm saying is going through this. This is my microphone right here. So I can select it. There's more things, like you can have, there's the camera has a built-in mic, the computer has a built-in mic. Those are not going to be as good. So input device, you want to select your dedicated mic, and then output, like I said, I have these headphones, these JIB True, I think they're Skull Candy, I don't even know what they are. But you want the output device as your headset or your earbuds if you have one. Again, you can select that there. If you don't have earbuds, you can change it to maybe your speakers in your computer, your speakers on your projector, a Bluetooth speaker, anything in between. But this is the main thing that you want to check. So sometimes these default back when you open and close Discord or you restart your computer. There's been times where I'm playing with Big Dog and for whatever reason it switches from his dedicated mic to his mic on his camera. So I think it's a good rule of thumb, just before you're going to go play with someone for possibly a couple hours, just double check these settings to make sure that the audio is going in and out correctly. Besides that, up here just right next to it is video. So like I was mentioning, you have to have dedicated cameras for, there's workarounds, which I can maybe show you in another video, but you need to have dedicated cameras for one for OBS and one for Discord. So I have this plugged in. It's an Anker Power C200. I think it's a 2K, 4K camera. I don't know what it is, but it's just pointed at the wall. You can test the video. So if you go into any of these rooms, you don't even need to be in a room to do it. You can test out how you look on video if you want to kind of tweak it, move it up, move it down, left or right. But if you click test video, this will come up now. So this is just over here next to me, pointed at the wall over here. You guys should be seeing this hopefully, but you can just test your camera before you go and turn it on, and maybe if you have something you don't want to show, you can change things. But you can change the camera if you have multiple different ones. Again, you're gonna have to separate Discord and OBS, but in terms of the settings, that is about it. So we're still in this room. There is I've seen a couple people, they haven't figured out how to leave a room once they go in. You just hang up like a regular phone call. So if I press disconnect, now it's out, and I can join any of these. You can just pop back and forth. So I can go into like Hangout here, click down here. Now I'm in Hangout. This is just the general one, but for the purposes of the video, we'll go back over here. Yeah, I want to leave. We'll go back to Big Dog Scramble. So now what we want to do, you can mute and unmute. So if you're talking to someone, maybe someone comes in, you don't want whoever you're playing with, a group of people or someone else to hear you, you can mute and unmute, and now we can turn the camera on. So because we tested it and we selected this camera that's over here pointing to the door, that's what's going to be going through. And besides that, that's really about it. It seems pretty simple, but I know if you're new to Discord, there's so many different settings and so many different capabilities. It's a bit tough, but if someone else where I'm in a private room. This would be Big Dog's scramble room that I set up. If he popped in, his video over here would be showing up, and again, everything would be going through those things that we had set up. Besides that, you can share your screen. So some people do it if you want to share your entire GSPro screen. So some people just pop in to one of the GSPro rooms and they're just playing. Like Boogeyman Bill's done that a lot, to where he's just playing, we can hear him play, and he doesn't stream. So instead of doing that, he just shares his um, GSPro screen into Discord, and then anyone can pop in and watch. I think the coolest thing is the soundboard. So that's this little speakerphone thing here. If you hover over it, it'll pop up. You can also click on it, and there's one down here as well. This is the same thing over here. You have different controls that basically do the same thing. You can open up the soundboard, which there's a lot of funny things here. I won't play anything too crazy, but we'll do commish here. So that should be going through to you guys. I'll do a separate video, like I said, of how to get people's audio and video to go through to your Discord. I've walked a bunch of people through that too. I think that's about it. You can also get into the voice and video settings down here. Again, there's a bunch of different ways to do it, but I think what I tell people to do one more time is, if you want to check and make sure that all your audio and the video is right, again, user settings down here, bottom left, and it defaults me back here, but right in the middle, app settings, voice and video. These are just the main things that you want to do. You can mess with your input and output level. You can match mine if you want. That seems to work the best. You can change your voice sensitivity and all the different stuff down here. There is some stuff where you can turn off echo to try to make it better if you're using speakers, but again, in my opinion, the best way to do it is to have a dedicated mic and a dedicated wireless earbud, so there's no feedback, no possible echo, and from whoever's streaming or whoever you're playing with should have a pretty good experience on the other end. So kind of a quick video. I kind of long-winded when I explain some of this stuff, but hopefully in the future, if anyone pops in new to the Discord that's not quite familiar with it, this would be a good starting point to just look through this and kind of walk through it and do it alongside me if you have the video up at the same exact time. But pretty simple in the grand scheme of things, and Discord is absolutely awesome. There's a couple people that are gracious enough, I do it as well, to boost the server to get higher audio quality, higher video quality, all that kind of stuff, more soundboard clips. But overall, Discord is free. Anyone can join. Anyone can make a server. So the capabilities of Discord for a free service. There's add-ons that, like I said, that we pay for, but really, really awesome service. And you can have as many people in here as you want. I think there's 25-person limits on these, but you could have people in all these different rooms and it won't affect anything. It basically keeps everything separate. So the best way that I can explain it is you basically join these voice rooms like a Zoom call, or if you're going to FaceTime someone, and you can turn your video on or off. You can do all that stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. Hopefully it was helpful. If you have any questions, please let me know down below. If I missed anything, please let me know. And I plan on doing a separate video in terms of, I'll probably need to have someone else on here with me doing it real quick, but I'll do a separate video of how how I'm able to grab someone's video from Discord in here, bring it over to OBS to where I'm streaming. So if you're playing with someone else or a group of people and you want their videos on your screen and you also want their audio coming through, I'll do a dedicated video on that, which will be a little more in-depth, a little more complicated. There's some extra steps that are a little bit tricky to do, but I will do that in the future. But shout out to the members. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.